Hi everyone, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club meeting. We're going to start the meeting, but first I'd like to announce some housekeeping rules. One, we encourage you to check internet connections, cameras, microphones, charging devices, and adjust your devices proportionally compared to your body height so that your face and your upper body can be seen clearly. Please keep in mind that we are in a professional but supportive environment of Toastmasters International meeting. We want to present ourselves the best we can. Be punctual is appreciated. Please mute or turn off your microphone unless you're speaking. Let's minimize distractions and appreciate people who are speaking. In the event of emergency, the host can mute the participant. Please turn on your camera when you can. We want to see smiles, and you're welcome to show gestures such as thumbs up, nodding, clapping, etc. Try to look at your camera when delivering your speech, and then please remember to look for the timer before you start speaking, so you will not be over time. Call out the name of the person you're referring to before start talking, and then last but not least, you want to see everyone, go to gallery view. If you want to see speaker, go to speaker view. Then I would like to welcome our president to open the meeting, Natali Cahyadi.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Pipit Andriani, our SAA. Welcome everyone to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club meeting. Woo, how are you feeling? Excited? Up high?
Yeah.
Up high like in a hot air balloon?
Yeah,
or you're feeling deflated? So whichever mood that you are in right now, I hope after the end of tonight's meeting, you're feeling like you're soaring high to begin your new week, right? Okay, so my name is Natalie. I'm the president of Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club, and I would like to welcome all of my club members, Bhinneka Online members, and also all the visiting Toastmasters and guests. So today we have Toastmaster Apri from Malang Toastmasters Club. Thank you for coming and helping out. Toastmaster Titin Ningsih from Empire Toastmaster Club. Thank you for coming and helping out. We have Toastmaster Desi. If I'm not mistaken, you're from Medan first. Is it correct?
Yes. Thank you for remembering.
I'm like an elephant. So welcome to our club meeting. Hope you enjoy it. And I also would like to welcome our guest today, my friend Igna. Welcome, Igna. Hope you enjoy tonight's meeting. Hello.
Hi, Natalie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi,
Hey.
all.
Hi. Do you want to introduce yourself, where you are connecting from?
Sure. So my name is Igna. I live in Jakarta, but currently in Bali. And I met Natalie through the stand-up comedy club in Bali. So yeah. And so thank you for letting me know about this and let me become the guest in the meeting.
Thank you. Hope you enjoy it. See, if you really, if you really try, you can get people from everywhere. So Desi, I think this is your first visit to Bhinneka, is it?
Yes.
So we'd love to hear a little bit from you.
Okay, I'm Desi. Like you see, I come from Medan first. It means that I live in Medan now. And I just come here that, there is meeting from Bhinneka, so I joined. Thank you. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, for the benefit, yes. For the benefit of Igna, who is
Hello.
Yes, Desi.
You are all freezing.
I think it's your connection.
Okay, my connection. So should I continue or?
All good. We got it.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
Desi.
you.
Thank you. Hope you enjoy the meeting. So for the benefit of our guest, Igna, who is, this is her first time ever coming to a Toastmaster meeting, I would like to give a little bit of background. Toastmasters is a not-profit international organization based in the USA, focuses on leadership and communication and also personal development. So in Toastmasters, we have Toastmasters Club mission to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Our core values as a Toastmasters are integrity, respect, service, and excellence, which we try to uphold at all time. And specifically for Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club, we also have our own club values, as simple as ABC: appreciate our club members, build each other up, and also celebrate our successes. And if you decided to join Toastmasters as a member, you have access to all Toastmasters Club all around the world, where you can come as a guest, as a visiting Toastmasters, or sometimes also to give a speech project. And for your information, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there are more than 30,000 Toastmasters Club all over the world, from literally the northern part of the world into the southern part of the world, except Antarctica. Let the penguin live there. Okay. All right. So that's it from me. Welcome, everyone. And also some people who just joined. And I would like to introduce our Toastmasters of the meeting, who will carry on the meeting tonight. This is her first time doing Toastmasters of the meeting or emceeing, but I know she will do an amazing job. Please give a warm welcome for Toastmaster Dian Fifi.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam President, Toastmaster Natalie Cahyadi. Hello, good evening, good evening, fellow Toastmaster and honored guests. I am Dian, and I will be your Tom. What is Tom? Tom is Toastmaster of the meeting or Master of Ceremony. So I will lead the meeting from starting to the end. And ladies and gentlemen, every meeting has a theme. And our theme today is hot air balloon. It reminds me a movie in 2001, if I'm not mistaken, entitled Mummy Return. Yeah, when, yeah, you know those Master Natalie? When Rick asked Easy to provide aeroplane, but he got hot air balloon because Easy as a flyman, and he said, "Oh, hot air balloon is faster than aeroplane. Impossible, right?" And also hot air balloon, when I see on our president background, it reminds me also with the songs from Serena Munaf entitled Hot Air Balloon also. And she has a dream and symbolized with a hot air balloon. Yeah, because she wants to ride a hot air balloon, and because it can fly from one city to another city. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, in Toastmaster meeting, we have three main sessions. First is a prepared speech, where the member delivers speech based on their project. And second, table topic sessions. It is a chance to members and guests to practice thinking and speaking, or we can say impromptu speaking. And the third is evaluation sessions, where the evaluator gives evaluation to the prepared speech. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as a Tom, I would like to introduce our general evaluator today, Toastmaster Ben, and he will introduce his team and their duty. Please welcome Toastmaster Ben.
All right, thank you, Madam Toastmaster. And yes, for those that are new to Toastmasters, we have an evaluation session where we are able to learn, and my job as the general evaluator is to first evaluate the whole session from when we started doing this 2 weeks ago all the way to the end of the meeting. And I have a whole team to help me with my reports. So let me introduce my first team member. our lovely, one of our newest members, but not a new Toastmaster, just a new to us. Our lovely Toastmaster Seni is our account.
Thanks, Mr. G. Ben. Good afternoon, good evening, maybe, to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sani. Today, my duty as an counter, first one is to note any overuse or meaningless, or you can say unnecessary words and sounds. So what is overuse? Overused words are like when you say something like so, some people started with so, some people like started with okay, and that sounds meaningless, right? So my duty is to note those words down and also filler sounds, maybe like r, something like that. And the second, so this counter also can improve my listening skill as well. And I will help all of the speakers today to reach their personal goals by submitting my report in the end of this meeting. Okay, let's do it. And that is my introduction. Thank you, and back to you, Mr. G.
Thank you, Madam Accounter. And our next role is our grammarian, and she is so fantastic. Last second to be able to help me out with this role, all the way from Empire Toastmasters Club, Tintin, Toastmaster Titin.
Thank you, GE Toastmaster Ben. A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I'm serving as a grammarian today. And as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to the language usage. I'll take note of outstanding words, quote, sayings, or thoughts. And as a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is levitate. Levitate means to rise or float in, or as if in the air, especially in gravitation. Examples of the word levitate in a sentence is, the woman levitated above the stage. The magician claimed he could levitate a car. Each speaker is encouraged to use our WOD word of the day today. And I will provide my report at the end of the meeting when called upon by the GE. Thank you, and back to you, GE.
All right, thank you so much. And another person that just came in and willingly to help. This is one thing about Toastmasters, if you're new to this, is that, especially in here in Indonesia, we have about 300 Toastmasters within our little thumbs that we can ask anybody at any time to help us out. And our timer is one of those people, all the way from Malang Toastmasters Club, operating.
All right, thank you, Ben, for your. Now, good evening, everyone. My name is Apri. My job as a timer is to track the time for each speaker, evaluator, and double topic participant. Basically, all of you have to finish your speech by a certain time. For the first speaker, which is Bobby Giuliano, you only have 4 until 6 minutes. And for the second speaker, Desi, and third speaker, Intan, you only have 5 until 7 minutes to deliver your speech. And for double topic participant, you have 1 until 2 minutes. And last but not least, for all evaluator, you only have 2 until 3 minutes to deliver your evaluation. And to help you to track the time, I give a warning signal as a background color. First, it will turn from green, yellow, and red. Let's see. Green, that means it's okay for you to, whether you want to continue your speech or finish your speech. And yellow, that means you be prepared to finish your speech. And red, that means you need to finish your speech as soon as possible, because after the red background turn on, you only have 30 seconds left before you get disqualified. So please pay attention to your time, and don't forget to pin my screen so you don't running out of time. I think that's all for me. Back to General Evaluator.
All right, thank you, Mr. Timer. And our last role taker, she's kind of like a multitasker slash boss of mine, I feel sometimes, but she is definitely someone that keeps everybody in check. So let's introduce our evaluator, but ballot counter for this explanation, distinguished Toastmaster Pipit Adrian.
Hello, everyone. This is not a competition. However, in Toastmasters, we encourage everyone to do their best. And then that's why we can be the favorite speaker. So there are 3 chances to be the best here. First is to be the best table topic speaker, the best speaker, and the best evaluator. At the end towards the end of this meeting, I will project on the screen the poll so you can choose your favorite speakers and then announce the result by the end of the meeting. That's it. Thank you, Ben.
All right, absolutely excellent. And again, of course, we're going to have our evaluation session with our 3 evaluators today, and I'll introduce them more towards after, during that session, which again, Pipit will be evaluating. Same thing with Toastmaster Luffy and Toastmaster Fifi. Oh, and we also have a table topic master as well. You'll see that in the second session. But let's give it back to our wonderful Tom for the evening. Toastmaster Dion. Back to you.
Thank you very much, our general evaluator, Toastmaster Ben. Now we move to the prepared speech sessions, and we have 3 speakers, but only 2 speakers. We have Toastmaster Bobby, we have Toastmaster Desi Eva. And for the first speaker, Toastmaster Bobby will deliver his project Pathway Persuasive Influence, level 1, project 1, icebreaker, a time for until 6 minutes, and will be evaluated by Toastmaster Pipit. And the purpose of his project is for the member to, his purpose of his project is, is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn to the basic structures of a public speaking. Please welcome our first speaker, Toastmaster Bobby.
Speech title, Dian?
Okay, yes. His speech title is A Second Chance. Please welcome Toastmaster Bobby.
Second chance are given not to make things right, but they are given to prove that we can do better even after we fall. A quote by Anonymous. But yes, I agree. People do make mistakes, but we can always learn and improve. I also learned that life might not be always beautiful because a lot of challenge, a lot of things can be happen. Especially when we look life only through our own lenses. But life is also beautiful if we willing to see it from other people's perspective. In my previous Toastmaster sessions, I've learned one unforgettable lesson. At the beginning, I thought, Toastmasters. With Toastmaster, I will learn and I can learn to make my speech better and do presentation better so that I'll be look good and look smart in front of my colleagues and my bosses. Well, that's not incorrect. Matter of fact, yes, my skill did improve. I try to make presentations in my office, and my team says, "Oh, be smart." I bring my skills also in presentation in my church, and they says, "Bobby have a very deep thought." At first, I thought it's a compliment, but I realized actually they don't understand what my message was. So starting from that moment, yeah, I realized that in joining Toastmasters, my missions is not just learning structures or how to present better, but also how to convey a message as clear as possible so that everybody can understand it easily without difficult jargons, complex words, or unclear sentences. Well, it's a hard lesson learned, but by conveying a message in a way that everyone at any level understands will prevent people to feel inferior or disconnect, especially, sadly, if they are lower rank or lower social status from us, which I don't realize it before. So by making a simple and easy to understand message, we bring the audience at the same level with us, with me as a speaker, thus honoring them. So learning Toastmasters, not only practicing my English, but now I have a second chance to also exercising my sense of humanity. As well as in this Toastmasters, I have a second chance to bring benefit to all of you and contribute to this club. Well, at least if my time in this earth ended, I can say a word, a tetelestai. It's a Greek word, means I'm finished, I'm done, but in the process, I bring impact to the other people. I got my second chances. I do hope you will also have your second chances, Toastmasters.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Bobby. Please welcome. Oh, finally, you have done your first projects. Yeah. Okay. Next, for the second prepared speaker is Desi Eva. Her project Visionary Communications Level 3 Project 2, Inspire Your Audience. Her speech entitled, I Think, I Believe, I Can Do It. The time is 5 until 7 minutes. The purpose of her project is for the member to practice writing and delivering a speech that inspires others, and for the member to inspire the audience. Please welcome our second prepared speech, Toastmaster Desi Eva.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. Toastmaster Bobby has delivered a great message about life. My question is to you, fellow Toastmasters. Are you living every moment of your life? respond to me, you can respond in the chat box. Our life is the greatest opportunity we have. When we see our life as an opportunity, what we also see is the possibility we can create. When we see life as only one chance, although we have second chance and third chance and effort and so forth, but when we see our life as one only chance, we try to make use every moment of our life. Fellow Toastmaster and guests, how do you explain when others are able to levitate above others? Or how do you explain when other people can do things that it seems that they defy all the assumption? Let me give you an example. I read a book, an autobiography of Helen Keller. She's a deaf and also blind person. If we assume a deaf and blind person, of course, she cannot do anything. But the fact is, she's a legacy. She's a true legacy. As a blind person, she wrote a lot of books. And also, she inspired others. If you look back at your own experience, how do you think you have the power? What makes you have the power to do something that defy other people's assumption that you cannot do it? The thing is, in our life cannot be just by doing by a spell. If you remember, if you ever watch Harry Potter, when Hermione said, she waved her wand and say, "Wingardium Leviosa," and everything can levitate, but not with our life. It took a lot of courage. And the things, if I look back to my own experience, it started with the belief. It started also with thinking. So the power that give me, the power that empower me is, I think, I believe I can do it. How can it be like that? Let me tell you a story. 10 years back, I think, I started my bachelor at the age of 25. At the time, people had so much doubt in me. "Hi, Eva, how can you do that? You have 3 years old boy. And also you're not young anymore. You are 25 and you still thinking of starting your bachelor? That is impossible." The things, if I fall for that assumption, of course I cannot achieve what I have now. Right now, I not only have my bachelor degree, but I also have my master degree, and all with a scholarship. And I have to be proud of that. Fellow Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, I believe I can do it is not only 3 phrases. When you're thinking, the word I think, when you're thinking, it involves the cognitive process. When I think I can do something, I already have the power to analyze, to assess something, my power, my weakness, my strengths, my opportunity, and also the threat that I have to face later. And the second one is the most difficult one, belief. Believing is a mental state, it's a mental process. However, it is the most powerful one. Choosing to believe in something is about being intentional with your own thought. In other words, if we tell our brain something for long enough, it will eventually believe that it's true. Ladies and gentlemen, our brain has so much power than we thought. It has larger capacity than we assume. Positive thinking can influence our ability. And the third word, I can do it, is about how to put your thinking and your belief into action. If you only think and you only believe it can and you can't and you don't do any action, it doesn't count. So I think, I believe, I can do it. Fellow Toastmasters, sometimes we are our own worst enemy. We want to feel confident in our abilities, but often it is we who always doubt them the most. Therefore, fellow Toastmasters, if you think and you believe you can do it, then you can do anything. If you think and you believe you cannot do it, for the rest of your life, you cannot do it and you will not succeed. Thank you very much. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Desi. Yes, I believe, I think, I believe, but if you cannot do, you will not get success. Yes, I agree with you, Toastmaster Desi. What inspired a speech from Toastmaster Desi. And now, Toastmaster, for the ladies and gentlemen, for the third prepared speaker is Toastmaster Ben, and Toastmaster Ben will deliver project. Okay, Toastmaster Ben will deliver level 3 project number 1, understanding your emotional intelligence. And the purpose of his project to better understand the speaker emotional intelligence and how it affects others. Toastmaster Ben will be evaluated by Toastmaster VP, and the times for 5 until 7 minutes, and the title is Learning to Understand Myself. Toastmaster Ben, please welcome Toastmaster Ben, 5 to 7 minutes.
Hello, my name is Ben. I'm 35 years old. I'm a husband, a son, a brother, an uncle, a male, I think. Good, actually, yes. For many years growing up, I was told to withhold my emotions. And as a man, showing my emotions and telling people how I feel was a sign of weakness. And for most of my life, even as I was getting my bachelor's degree in psychology, a master's in addiction counseling, I believed that. I kind of blame the locker room mentality and the army mentality for all these foolish ideas and narrow-minded perspectives. And looking back, I think there was also a little bit of a chemical imbalance. We blame testosterone for that. Smarter people than I, they mentioned that around 25 years old, males and females, our brains start to become fully developed. For me, I think it was somewhere around 30 something. I've always been kind of a late bloomer. And over the past few years, I've kind of felt a little bit out of whack. I mean, my tear ducts all of a sudden started to leak a little bit more. And that thump in my chest, when I witness something a little more unsettling, starts to thump a little bit harder. I can picture my mom. She's like, oh my God, my son has a heart after all. Let's not tell her this. Now, understanding our emotional intelligence and how we handle uncomfortable feelings. For me, I used to drink a lot. And those were some fun and interesting times. And while attending school to become an addiction counselor, I realized drinking isn't the best remedy for dealing with your tough emotions. Who knew? Actually, the deal is that we need to be able to deal with the moments that trigger us and face the unsettling emotion head on with less destructive activities. And eventually the moment will pass and life moves on. Or you can just pack up and move to Bali. Maybe, just maybe that'll work. And 5 years later, here I am, with a clear mind and a lot less testosterone. It's a pretty solid combination. I suppose some people might actually call that being more mature. And when I mentioned I would give this speech, I actually didn't have any inspiration for this particular topic. Mainly because I had to create this 2-week emotional intelligence journal. That would have been really too easy. Let me give you an idea. I wake up, I say something really dumb, my wife gets mad, and I get mad. I overthink a lot of crazy thoughts, and then time passes, and we're okay. 14 days of that to me seemed pretty useless. But like clockwork, life has a way to kick you in the you-know-whats. Usually, it kicks you with a situation you're never really ready for. On October 11th, 2021, one of my best friends' mom died. And if you've ever been part of a sports team or any kind of youth program, you know the idea of like team moms and how encouraging and extremely supportive they are. And in a way, they're almost like your own mom while you're there. And for the last 21 years, through my times in the military, going to school, traveling, and getting married, she always had something nice to say. She's always that same teen mom from when I was 14 to now 35. Always so positive, always so supportive, constantly sending me encouraging messages, just like my mom does. There wasn't a single negative bone in her body. And looking back at my younger self, I know exactly how I would handle this sudden gut punch. Cold drink or 12. Now, the first thing I do when I feel something uncomfortable is I write about it. I put my thoughts and emotions and tears on paper. Well, I put them on a screen. My handwriting is pretty crappy. And I wrote to my friend and his older sister, giving my condolences, kind of trading stories back and forth about their mom. And of course, they said thank you. That's pretty much it. The feeling of knowing that we aren't in control can really be unsettling at times. And as humans, we're the only living beings on Earth that are aware of our own death. Try putting that into an emotional intelligence term. That's hard. Human beings, though, we are incredible. We deal with a lot of information on a daily basis, most of which is useless distractions from the obvious, the ultimate ending. In researching, there are over 3,500 different religions in the world. They all have their answer for how they handle death and what comes after it. And what I've learned over the past few years about emotional intelligence is it's really okay to feel sadness. Because to understand sadness, you had to experience joy and happiness. For me, Dion Brown was the personification of joy and happiness to me. So rest in peace, Miss Brown. You will be truly missed. Toastmaster, back to you.
Okay. What a nice speech, Ben. Yes. Without any preparation, I can say that the speech you have done is impromptu speech, because without any preparation and you replace the third speaker. Okay. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ben. And thank you very much for all the speakers. Now report from the timer. Toastmaster April, please give your timer.
And yeah, thank you. And congratulations, all the speaker is eligible to vote.
Can you chat?
Yeah, I put the time in the chat.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to move to impromptu sections of our meeting. Should a challenge to members and guests to think and speak without any preparations. And I would like to have our Toastmaster, table topic master, Toastmaster Natalie Cahyadi. Please welcome our table topic master, Toastmaster Natalie Cahyadi.
Okay, Toastmaster Dian, thank you so much for your introduction. And congratulations, all prepared speech speakers. You're all eligible to be voted on. But guys, the fun is just begun, because as a visiting Toastmasters, as a guest, as a club member, you are all eligible and entitled to try on the table topic. And what is table topic session? It is a trademark of Toastmasters. It's where you can practice your impromptu speaking skills by responding to a topic that I will give you later for 1 to 2 minutes. And our timer, Apri, if you haven't pinned him, don't forget to pin him so you can see the timer indicator. At 1 minute, he will turn his virtual background into green. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, he will turn his virtual background into yellow, and at 2 minutes into red, and you have 30 seconds to wrap up. So the purpose of table topic is for you to practice your impromptu speaking skills in front of the audience. If you feel like, I'm not really sure about this topic, just switch it to whichever the way that you can handle the topic. Remember, the main purpose is for you to practice speaking in front of the audience. Okay, guys, so I want to collect a list of victims, volunteers. And I think I have my first one, Rendra, who has kindly told himself to do this. Let me spotlight you for now. Okay, Rendra.
Okay.
You ready?
Always.
Okay, so you can see my virtual background now, right?
Exactly.
When you see this virtual background, what is one thing that comes to your mind? You can tell your story and you can share your imagination or opinion.
Marvelous. It is marvelous, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster, for everywhere you are from. As I see the background, it is the balloons in the airs. Me as a photographer see this perspective as an amazing, marvelous, the golden sky. If you are photographers and you enjoy suddenly about something visuals, it means that something good is already processing in your mind. Seeing this one is one of the great photos that we use, almost all of us, as a background picture. Now, apparently in life, in the eyes of photographer, we used to see what is the best in every side of life. Yes, it's applied also in every detail of our lives. We have to be very careful and very diligent of seeing things which it's very bad at the start. It could be terrible or catastrophic things, but try best to see the best part, best sides, best angle in every times we can see things. Well, it could be takes times. It could be until the next 3 years, 3 decades, maybe. By the end of the story, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, every single life of us here in this club has a very beautiful and marvelous picture, photos in each. Find yours. You must have it because God already gave you at least one. When you reveal it yourself, the happiness come from within, and to spread out there to the people around you, and you just be happy wherever, whoever, and whenever you are. Now I give the control back to Table Topic Master. It is your turn.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rendra. I'm multitasking right now. Spotlight, thank you. All right, yes, totally. I hope each one of us will find our own photo and capture moments in our life wonderfully, like that beautiful virtual background that some of us use right now. So thank you, Rendra. Okay, let me see. I would like to ask Toastmaster Intan to try the table topic.
Okay, I will try.
All right, Toastmaster Intan. Let me change my... Can you see my virtual background?
Yes.
The sky is the limit. What do you think about this quote? The sky is the limit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Natalie. I will try my best for my first table topic session. I think I saw the air balloon and also the sky and the quote saying that the sky is the limit. I guess I quite agree with the quote because the sky, as we know, there is no limitation. There is no, we cannot see the end of the sky. So I think whatever your wish, you have to make it come true because the only limitation is yourself, I think. Says for today, I know my limits. I could not prepare my speech, but I'm trying to challenge myself to join with the table topic. So I try to break my fear and try. So I guess the only limitation is myself. So it's ourselves that limit what we're gonna do, what we're thinking. So it's our own thinking that limit ourselves. It's not the sky. So I don't think there is kind of limitation. I believe that all of us could do anything that we thought, and if we believe that it will come true. But yeah, as the time goes by, we cannot guarantee our dream will comes true. There is also failure. There is also regret and something negative emotion, but it's okay. The only important thing is the process. So there is no limit in every single thing. The only limitation is ourselves. Thank you, Toastmaster Natalie. Back to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Intan. Well done on your first table topic ever. Is it? It's almost been a year. I didn't notice. Well done. Well done. Yes, I totally resonate with you that the only limitation...
She meant after a while.
Oh, after a while. All right. Okay. I agree with you that the only limitation we put is, you know, the limitation we put on ourselves. That's why I limit my calorie intake. Nobody laughed. Thank you so much. Let me move on, right? So the next, let me ask one of the guests, and I would like to extend some welcome to few people visiting Toastmasters and guests who just recently joined us. Toastmaster Andrian Wu from Empire, welcome. And also Ardi Putra, a guest, welcome. Maybe I would like to invite, I'll let you both watch a little bit and I can call you later. I would like to invite Igna. Do you want to try, Igna?
Hi, Natalie. Yes, I think I can try.
Yeah, if you don't want to try, I will force you to try. Okay, so this is like my background.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the pig is flying on the sky, right?
Yeah.
I remember this phrase, when pig flies or pig fly. It means that someone is attempting to do something impossible. my topic or my question for you is, what is one thing that seems impossible for you, but you did try to do it anyway?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Natalie. First, I think I just know about the phrase "the pig flies" just tonight. So, thank you about that. I can put it, add it to like my vocabulary list. And yeah, what is the impossible things that I don't think I'm able to do that is stand-up comedy, I think. The first one, I think I'm not a funny person. Like most of people that live around me always say that I'm not that funny. I'm a stiff person. So yeah, but like I have a lot of interesting story for me. Like I'm growing up in a poor family, and then when and then I continue study in another city that far away from home, and now I'm working like in a nonprofit organization for sexual and reproductive health. So yeah, I mean, like there's a lot going on in my life, and I think it's not easy, but I can find a lot of interesting things happen, and I think maybe it could be interesting if I can turn that into comedy, but not even comedy. Every time like I speak in front of people, it makes me very nervous and anxious. But like my job required me to do that. So I think, I passed the first step, which is talking in front of public. And then like the second one is I love to try comedy, and there I just tried that last month. Not perfect, of course, but like it's the first stepping stone to another impossible things that I don't think I can do that in my life. So back to you, Natalie. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Ikna. Well done on trying. By the way, she mentioned to me, oh yeah, Natalie, maybe I can try, maybe not. Come on, girl. I mean, instead of comedy, the more tragedy you have in your life, the better material you had. So don't worry, Ikna. God has blessed you. And this is not a rose, right? Okay, great. Okay, now let me ask, who wants to go next? If nobody wants to put a dip on it, I will. Yes, Ardi. Okay, Ardi. Spotlight, Ardi. Replace spotlight. Okay, Ardi, you came in late, right? So probably you can also introduce yourself, where you connect from, what are you doing for a living and stuff, so we all can know you a little bit better.
Okay, thank you very much, Natalie, for the brief introduction. My name is Ardi. I'm from Makassar. Now I'm living in Bali for 2 years. I'm doing investing, like trading in futures. Yes, and here I am back in Toastmaster as a guest.
Awesome. Okay, so my topic for you is, can you see my virtual background?
Wait.
Yeah, table topic master Natalie.
Where to see?
Okay, hang on. Let me just spotlight myself.
Okay.
Can you see it now?
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so this virtual background, I took it from the Great Reno Balloon Race. It's one of the famous famous hot air balloon festival in, hang on, where is it? In Rancho San Rafael Park. So from Reno, Nevada. I think it's from the States, right, Ben? Yeah. So my question for you is, now we are on lockdown, right? And many festivals have been canceled all over the world. What is one festival that you will definitely want to go after it opens again? It can be any kind of festival. So what is one festival that you really, really definitely need to go after everything opens again? Time is yours.
Okay. So because we have been locked down for almost 2 years, I would like to back again to Makassar to experience the Chinese New Year festive because I'm mixed Chinese myself, and where we can go to another from house to house to visit our relative and families, asking for how we've been doing for a year or maybe last 2 years, and great get together and share some stories and maybe plan to travel soon. As my family now living in Makassar, I would like maybe ask them to visit Bali and we can spend more times together. Although we at the moment might be not being together, but I know that we can levitate our mind to might be thinking about what we are planning on the next 1 or 2 months, that we can make a better plan. So when we are get together, we can spend more quality times. Okay, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Ardi. Thank you. Give it up for Ardi as well, trying his first time in table topic. Well done, well done. Yes, I totally can understand that, you know, Chinese New Year celebration is something special, but there's only one thing that I always avoided. It's when people ask, when will you get married? I take the money, but yeah, so I will cope with that. Okay, who wants to be the next volunteer? Let me see your face. How about Toastmaster Desi? From Medan first, not Desi, Eva.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, let me add you to Spotlight. And I will change my virtual background into this. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so do you know who this character is?
Yeah, Darth Vader from Darth Vader, yeah, from Star Wars, yeah.
Yes, yes, correct. I stumbled upon this and I thought this is quite funny. But what I'm going to ask you is one of his famous quote, Darth Vader quote. He said, "Oh, Pipit, don't spoil it. Join me on the dark side." Okay, I'm gonna change it. I don't want to do the same thing, right? So one of his famous quote, he said, "I find your lack of faith disturbing. I find your lack of faith disturbing." When is the last time that you felt unsure about yourself or about your dream or about your goals? When was the last time that you felt unsure about yourself or about your dream or about your goal? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Natalie. The last time I doubt about my destination, about my goals in life, is about maybe more than 10 years ago. At the time, I just graduated from my postgraduate. I got architect program, architecture program, and I don't know what to do. Should I be a lecturer or should I be a professional in architecture? I just want to think first, which choice make me richer? So, you know that being a lecturer, we will not get much salary, but being an architecture and professional architecture, we depend on the project. Can we got projects from private private sector or public sector? At the time, I don't know what to do. Or should I be our only wife? So I choose both of them. I come to university, I teach one of two lessons, and I fight for projects in architecture. And at the time, I see a news that being a lecturer will get a higher salary day by day by our finance minister at the time, Sri Mulyani. So I fight, I make a decision that I will be a lecturer, and I also be a wife, because I know that if I choose being a professional architect, I need time doing that job. So I cannot be a wife or taking care of my family. So at the time, I choose to be a lecturer. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Desi. Thank you. I love the most when you said, I find whichever that can give more money. Yeah, we're in the same wavelength.
It's honest, you know.
Honesty is the best policy. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I would like to invite Toastmaster Andrean from Empire. Do you want to try, Toastmaster Andrean?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Do you want to try your audio again? Because your voice was a bit muffled.
Test. Hello?
Yeah, it's still okay, I think. Everyone
Okay.
else still, it's okay for you guys, right? Okay. All right, so in the background, can you see it?
Sorry.
I'm gonna spotlight myself. Can you see my virtual background?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so in this virtual background, it's basically friends getting together and riding a hot air balloon. What I wanted to ask to you is about adventure. What kind of adventure that you want to do with your friends after the border is open again? So what kind of adventure do you want to go or do you want to do with your friends after the border reopens?
So, yeah, basically, I want to going travel far, like riding a ship, like kind of yacht like that with my friends. If we had enough money that we'd be saving. Yeah, looking at the sunrise and drinking things, eating there. Yeah. Things is spending a lot of time with my friends. Anywhere we go, it's fine. Doesn't matter where, it's close or far. But mostly I want to go outside our country. Yeah, like a place, maybe Macau or somewhere, yeah, pretty far. I don't really thinking about that yet because it's still locked. We can't really go out. And looking at the balloon that you just showed me, it looks pretty fun. Maybe I should plan that with my friends. Going up with hot air balloons, levitate ourselves into the air, watching sun go down from the mountain, you know. That's how you say it. Anyway, maybe that's it. I don't really have a plan to traveling right now because I'm still working. I don't have my vacation day yet. Not really thinking about it yet. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Andreas. Yeah, I think when we plan for our holiday, it helps us to get through during tough times when we're working or when we're struggling. So I think that's one thing to look forward to. Okay, last slot before I finish my table topic session. Do you want to grab it? Anyone? Because I believe everybody here has spoken or will speak on the evaluation session. So I welcome anyone who wants to try another table topic.
Apri, I can be the timer for Apri.
Okay, Apri, you want to try?
Okay, sure.
Okay, I'll just make it simple to save some time. Some people have fear of height or fear of flight, right? It's hard for them to imagine themselves levitate on the sky because they have the fear. My question or my topic for you is, what is your biggest fear?
Okay, thank you for the question. My biggest fear, of course, is not hike, and because I really like go hiking, as you can see, if we go hike to the mountain, I usually see there is a lot of fear that, as you know, hiking is really activity that really make us unconscious. And when I first time go hike, there is a lot of people afraid to do that because it's a really long journey for me to get to the top of the mountain and see there are a lot of beautiful scenery. And what I fear about the hiking mountain is I'm afraid that I don't believe I can accomplish my destination, because my first experience is I want to go hike, and the problem is I don't have a friend, so I started join a community that have a similar interest so that I can accomplish my dream to go hike. And it's really fun experience for me, because if I don't have a fear and want to try to prevent my fear, I will not do something that's really wonderful in my life. I think that's all for me. Back to Table Topic Master.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Apri. Yes, totally. I remember I read it somewhere, maybe Toastmaster Pipit, who is the walking encyclopedia, can vouch that fear is on the other side of adventure or something like that, something along that line. So when you go beyond the things that you fear the most, that is where you can grow the most as well. So thank you everyone for sharing your stories and sharing your opinions, your thoughts in table topic session. What do you think about the session? Was it fun? Meh, fun or no? Yeah, I was feeling like I'm levitating right now. Oh, thank you, Apri, for the timers report. Very well on time. So I would like to remind you later, you can vote on your favorite speakers, table topic speakers, because every table topic speaker, let me see, yes, they're all eligible. So to remind you again, the first speaker is Toastmaster Marendra Dika. The second speaker is Toastmaster Intan. The third speaker is guest Igna. The fourth speaker is guest Ardi. The fifth speaker, Toastmaster Desi. The sixth one is Toastmaster Andrean. And the last but not least is our timer, Toastmaster Apri. Okay, now I would like to hand it over back to Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Dian, to do some photo session before we continue. Over to you, Dian.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Natalie, for leading table topic sections. And now, thank you very much for Toastmaster Apri for the timer. You already put it in the chat box. Thank you very much. And now let's us continue to the evaluation
Photo
section.
first. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Photo first. Photo session first. Okay.
I can take photo. Everyone levitate, please. Can you guys levitate? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Got it. Done.
Pipit, can we do a normal pose just in case people think we are high on something else? So
We are high on motivation. Okay, 1, 2, 3. May the force be with you. And
thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Pipit, Toastmaster Pipit, for the photo sessions. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us continue to the evaluation section. Okay, as we get the more feedback means that we get the opportunity to improve. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our general evaluator, Toastmaster Ben, to inform from the evaluators about the evaluation for the prepared speech. Please welcome our general evaluator, Toastmaster Ben.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. And we are on the final road to ending this great meeting. And we had 3 amazing speeches. And now we have 3 amazing evaluators. And again, to just echo what our Toastmaster was saying, those of you that are new, why do anything in this world if we can't get any constructive feedback to make us better in the future, right? You don't learn from doing things right all the time. You learn from your mistakes, so then you can do them right next time. And that's how we get better. And these 3 people are going to help us as speakers get better. Let me introduce our first evaluator. Again, she is just everywhere, literally like omnipresent, I think, and she can levitate over all of us in a way. Yep, there it is. She's going to be evaluating our icebreaker today. Let's welcome distinguished Toastmaster Pipit Adriani.
so much, Ben, RTE. Ladies and gentlemen, head on, Toastmaster Bobby threw us a quote. Second chance is not about proving that you are right, but proving that you can be better. Now, in Toastmasters, this is very strategic. You know why? Toastmaster members and guests as well are suckers for quotes. We love quotable quotes. We even have collection of quotes somewhere in our laptop. We know that for sure. So this is a really good strategy whenever we deliver a speech in Toastmasters to start it with a bang, and this time it's with a quote, right? And then the second one that I really like about Toastmaster Bobby's speech is how philosophical he was. You know, sometimes I hear a lot of speakers talking about their stories, their personal stories over and over again, but didn't actually draw a big idea of the philosophical lessons from these stories, right? So what is actually, that is something that applicable to other people's life from this story. Now, what Toastmaster Bobby presented is actually the opposite. Let me explain. When we tend to deliver a philosophical lessons, in the case of Toastmaster Bobby, first, he reminded us about how precious second chance is. And second, he reminded us about trying to see something from other people's perspective or trying to put ourselves in other people's shoes. Now, this is very philosophical lessons, right? However, there's a downside to lessons like this. I'm sure all of us here have heard that before, right? No matter you're 20 years old, 30 years old, I'm sure you have heard that before. To avoid being inauthentic or sounds unoriginal, how we do it, it's easy to do it. To put your own story to back up that philosophical lessons. That's why your audience will also get something new from your speech, not something that have heard before. Sorry, something that they have heard before somewhere, right? So I encourage Toastmaster Bobby to also input his own story in the speech. For example, what is the second chance that was most precious to you? Is it joining Toastmasters for the second time, for example? It could be a good reason, right? And also it coincides with the purpose of the speech, which is to introduce himself. So I think in this case, Toastmaster Bobby, we really need a story from you about who you are, and then maybe personal reason why you want to join Toastmasters for the second time. or maybe what keeps you going, what makes your heart sings. All of these things are really important for our Toastmaster members, club members to know you, and then to usher you more smoothly into the club. So I think this is kind of a missed opportunity that could have been able to back up the philosophical lesson that you give us. Now, last but not least is that sometimes it's impossible to sound very certain from the beginning until the end, right? But at least for your opening and your closing, say it with conviction. Do not sound doubtful, at least for the opening and the closing only. Sometimes the content will take care of itself, right? So please remember to know word by word what you're going to say in the opening and the closing. I hope it will make your speech even much better in the future. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Board.
All right, fantastic evaluation. And if you notice, there's a lot of tips on how to do debate in a sense as well. Because if it is a champion coach debater, she's great. But those are really good. And also adding that personal story is definitely a good touch, because again, it makes the purpose and the message much more interesting and personal, which makes it much more fun. So good points for everybody to live by. All right, now our second evaluator who will be evaluating Desi is just a fantastic man in general. He's a great guy, kind of a Superman in a sense. Let's welcome Toastmaster Lupi Ahmed Jazuli.
Okay, thank you, Ben. In life, you only got one chance, right? But in Toastmaster, you will get multiple evaluations over and over again. So here we go. So today I'm going to evaluate Desi Eva. So her speech is about to inspire your audience. Her title is I Think, I Believe I Can Do It. What I love about your speech is number one, I like your connectivity with the audience by asking questions, and then also by your gestures. And also, I feel like it's really connecting with your audience, and it's very good. Number two, this is about this level 3 project 2, right? So this is a speech with a purpose. And the purpose of your speech is to inspire your others and especially your audience. And on that point, I believe that you have achieved the goals of your speech, which is to inspire your audience. That is the two things that I love from your speech. Your connectivity with the audience, and also you fulfill your speech purpose to inspire. Now, to levitate your speech to the next level, I would like to recommend two things. Number one is to strengthen your personal story, because I believe this is about inspiring others. And I know from your previous speeches that you have undergo a certain situation that makes you stronger, right? In life, I know. So I was thinking that if you bring that story, it would definitely strengthen your speech. It will elevate your speech to the next level. And I believe that it will inspire others that even though you undergo difficulties, but you manage and then you overcome it, and because you believe it, and then you can do it, right? And then number two, I would suggest to focus on your structure, opening, your body, and closing, because this is all about thinking, believing, and you can do it. So it's like I would suggest that you strengthen on the body, but how the thinking, the believing, and the can do it thing. So it will elevate your speech to the whole next level. So thank you very much, Desi Eva. So in conclusion, I love the connectivity of your audience. You fulfill your speech purpose, and to elevate your speech, I would like to recommend to strengthen your personal story, and also to be better on your structure, especially about the body. Back to you, Ben.
Great job, Lupi. And yeah, I can't agree more. Again, Lupi does it in a great way where he's able to kind of talk to the person and very clearly to where we all can get the message as well. And Daisy does do a great job of connecting with her audience, just how she talks and her overall. So great eye on that. Great evaluation. And our third evaluator is going to be evaluating me. And the cool thing about it is that she was all ready to evaluate somebody else. But a little bit of flexibility and just full disclosure, she's like, Ben, maybe we could just do 2 speakers. I'm like, nah, you got this. You're good. Sorry. So with that, and her awesome flexibility to just evaluate anybody, let's welcome our third evaluator, Bibi Amilwati.
My fellow Toastmaster, today we all heard Toastmaster Ben presented how he learned how to assess his emotions, understand the importance of optimism in relation to motivation, and share to us his experience how to understand himself. From his speech, we can notice some points that we can learn from Toastmaster Ben, such as, first, Toastmaster Ben used his body language properly, which was right to support his message. Remember when he introduced himself at the beginning, he said that my name is Ben, I'm a son, my age. He used his finger. It will help audience to focus. Using his finger like this is to replace the bullet points when you present it using the slide presentation. It's awesome, Ben. Second, from Toastmaster Ben expression, we can see he can identify emotion, such as when he show he like to drink, he show like confused, and when he said tears dust, he did it at the right time. It will make audience to know how you feel at that time. Toastmaster Ben, to make it more emotion to the audience, in my opinion, Toastmaster Ben could do better, such as number 1, do pause filler. For example, when you ask to yourself, am I a drunkard? Please stop for a while. This is to bring audience curiosity. What will happen to you? And let the audience emotion come up. This will give more impactful in audience emotion. It will elevate audience emotion to your speech. Second is your speech message. At the end of the message, Toastmaster Ben needed to conclude what motivated him and what things that made him understood himself, whether he already succeeded or not, and what was the learning from his experience, and share to us, to the audience. Toastmaster Ben can recap such as, reviewing what I have done, you and I can learn how to understand ourselves better. Then you can continue. By doing this, Toastmaster Ben can levitate his speech message to the audience. Overall, it's good speech. Toastmaster Ben presented in sequence, sharing his life journey from child until now, using impressive and excellent body language, especially facial expression and hand gesture. We all looking forward to see Toastmaster Ben next speech using elevate empathy technique to bring more audience the emotion. Thank you. Back to GE.
All right, great advice. I think Toastmaster Ben will definitely take that into account. You will? Excellent. It's good. We'll do it. Third speaker. All right, so let's get a real quick timers report. There it is. Bam. Opry, give us a real quick. Is everyone eligible? Yes or no?
Yes, everyone eligible to vote.
Like it. So can we launch the polls, Ms. Falconer?
Yes, this one is on the chat box. Sorry, not launched, but coming right up in 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Please fill it out and then carry on.
All right, let me vote first. So I can't see.
No, your vote doesn't count.
It sure as heck
Just
does.
kidding.
It sure does. Okay, super. I'm gonna keep going since I'm done voting. Be like me, vote. Right, so let's the evaluation continue, where my team is going to come up and let us know what exactly we did and how we did well, and the areas that might or might not scare us all, but that's what we're here to learn and get better. Let me introduce our wonderful counter, Toastmaster Sam.
All right, thank you, Ben. Allow me to share my screen, yeah? Okay, as the counter today, here are my report. Okay, first, from the role takers, we have Tidin so far clear, Apri, Mr. Ben himself, and also Bella Counter Pipit. So far, you guys are clear. And for the Tom and the Tabletop Master, yes, we know, I know that you were speaking a lot and the repeated words was not avoided. It's fine. It's fine. And for the evaluators, all of the speakers, all of the evaluators, congratulations, you are clear. And for the speaker 2, 3, you have only one repeated word for each of you. And for the speaker Bobby, you are clear. Congratulations. And the last one for all of the table topic speakers, we have 7. Yeah, lucky 7 speakers. We have 5 speakers that made some of the unused words or sounds that aren't avoiding one, but it's fine. You can keep practicing to be better. And for our 2 table topic speakers, Rendra and Intan, you are clear. Congratulations. So ladies and gentlemen, this is my observation and listening skills today. This is the report that I can present to you so far, and I hope it's benefit to all of us today. Thank you. Back to you, Ben.
All right, fantastic report as well. Great job, Seti. Now let's go to our grammarian all the way from Empire Toastmasters Club. And again, a last second, I appreciate her coming in. Titin, please give us your report.
Thank you, GE, Toastmaster Ben. So good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. It's a pleasure listening to your speeches. Now, I would like to point out some of the words and sentences that can be improved. Let me share the screen. The word of the day for today is levitate. And for the grammatical report and suggestion for improvements. Okay, the first one, I don't realize it before. Before, so it means that it was in the past. So we can use did. I didn't realize it before. Okay. Second one, I have my second chances. We have only one second chance. So just use singular. Okay, I have my second chance. No need to use the S here. Third, when you thinking, we can just say when you think in simple present tense. The fourth one, I have giving impacts. Has or have, we use verb 3 as the present perfect tense. So I have given impacts. Give, gave, given. Next, all speakers are eligible to vote. So we can say all speakers are eligible to be voted. Okay, in passive voice, so we use verb 3, voted. Next, it could be a text time. It could text time. It could take time. No need to use S. It could plus verb 1 and no need to use a be. We have the verb already that is take and we use verb 1. It could take time. For the next one, it was in the past. So instead of using verb 1, fight, we can use fought. I fought for. And another sentence, which is in the past time. So at that time, I choose to be a lecturer. We can use the verb to of chose. At that time, I chose to be a lecturer. Okay, how about this one? I don't really thinking about it. We use don't or doesn't, that is simple present tense. So we can use verb 1. I don't really think about it. And the last one, when I first time go hike. So we can improve it. It was in the past, so we use simple past. Go, we use when, okay, as a verb 2 of go. So when the first time I went, okay, go, or when plus verb in hiking. When the first time I went hiking. And the next one is for the number of times the WOD are mentioned. Toastmaster Desieva mentioned the WOD levitate twice. Toastmaster Marandradika once. And then DTM Natalie twice. DTM Pipit once. Toastmaster Lufti 4 times. Toastmaster Vivi Amaliawati twice. And okay, I apologize if I miss any of the WOD that you have mentioned, but I didn't take notes. And I do find some wonderful quotes and thoughts that I would like to share with you. First is from Toastmaster Bobby. Second chance is given to us to prove that we can do better. Again, from Toastmaster Bobby, people make mistakes, but we can always improve. And from Toastmaster Bobby again, I'm finished, I'm done, and I have given impacts to others. From Toastmaster Desi Eva, our life is the greatest opportunity we have. I believe I can do it. And again, from Toastmaster Desieva, positive thinking can influence our ability. Last one from Toastmaster Desieva, sometimes we are our own enemy. We always doubt more than others do to us. From Toastmaster Marandra Dika, try your best to see the very best angle of yourself, of your life. From Toastmaster Intan, whatever your wish is, make it come true, as your only limitation is yourself. From DTM Natalie, we have 3 quotes here. The first one, the more tragedy you have in your life, the better the story of your life is. Honesty is the best policy. And the third one, fear is on the other side of adventure. From DTM Pipit, be confident in your opening and closing of your speech, and the body of the speech will take care of itself. So that's all coming from me for the grammarian report. Thank you, and back to you, GE Toastmaster Ben.
Yeah, good job. Very thorough. Again, that grammarian job is one of those difficult jobs where you're not necessarily focused on overall messages. You're focused on how we can get better and what we did good. So sometimes it gets lost. T10, you did a fantastic job. And again, thank you so much for filling that role. And full disclosure, she was the last one to post in the division WhatsApp group. And I just happened to notice it. So that's why I asked her. So serendipitous, right? Perfect timing. Anyways, our timer, Apri, he did a great job. Great job. Thank you, Apri, for being right on time the whole entire way, as well as distinguished Toastmaster Pippet when Apri spoke. That's good filling. All right. So let me give you my overall breakdown, my general evaluation from beginning to end. Now, most of us know when we get this Toastmaster meeting started, it starts like 2 weeks ago and even before that. And one thing is Toastmaster clubs are typically a family, right? And as a family, we don't always agree on things, but we make it through to the end anyways. So that's just behind the scenes, right? And it's all good. And with that, with Fifi getting the agenda ready from our Tom and our whole entire ESCO team, we got it done. We got here, and that's all that really matters. and we're all alive and better for it. All right, so that's good. And we started on time. We did have some last second roles that were filled, which is great. You know, connections we can't always help. We can't solve that problem. Internet sucks sometimes. Indonesia, it's a developing country. Remember, Indonesia, you guys get your internet from the US through a giant cable all the way through the ocean. So sometimes it gets messed up. You know, we got to remember that. So it's still great. We're all here to able to learn from each other at the end of the day. All right. And again, Natalie, she came in with her presidential duties. She's done that great and explained welcome to guests, which is what we want people to feel welcome when they come here, which hopefully you all did. So great job, guests, for coming in and being confident and speaking. Makes you part of this family for tonight. We want you to be that if you want to come back again. All right. And then our Tom, Dion Fifi. Is this your first time being Tom? Yes? Yes, ma'am? All right. So let's all give her a round of applause. Great job. And also, again, double checking and asking for help, right? When you want to make sure things are clear and good. That's what we're all about, reaching out and helping each other. And one thing is, if you ask for help, there's a sidebar. Asking for help shows people are going to like you more. Psychological studies. Instead of like me saying, can I help you? If I say, can you help me? You'll like me more. And it also shows that you're more confident because you need help getting something done. It's a sign of confidence. So great job with that, Dion. You handled this and you handled all the changes very smoothly, which is great. I like that. Well done. All right. So again, our roll takers. Again, Apri with the timer. Killed it. Thank you, sir, for coming in and volunteering. And Titin, again, thank you so much for being an amazing grammarian. Our counter, Seni. You guys haven't seen her sing or heard her sing. It's one thing you're missing out besides that amazing smile. See, bam. And she did a great job with being a counter. And our ballot counter, you'll see here in a moment, she did a great job with the poll, as well as, setting this whole thing up. All right, to our table topic master, she used something I haven't seen before, using 1 million backdrops, which, again, we had a little trouble sometimes with the spotlighting, but guess what? Full disclosure, she was spotlighting herself, multitasking. Also, another psychological study, multitasking is not very efficient. So if you want, suggestion is have someone spotlight for you. That would be a good idea, especially if you're going to do 2 things at once. Multitasking, it sounds great, but it's not good. All right. And let me give our table topic speakers some feedback. I'm glad I have a little bit of time. We're going to finish on time, so that's great. Mahendra Dika, this guy comes in, starts off the whole table topics session. He always has a lot of energy and fun, and he's a photographer, and he got asked a question about a picture. Kind of not fair, because he has a good eye for this. So that's what you call in the US, we call this a softball. Softball is an underhand toss that you could hit really easily. And Mahendra, you did that really well. Again, bringing your full energy, which always helps. All right, again, being flexible and admitting that you can't get something done is really key. Communication in life is great, even if it's going to be, you don't know what's going to happen. So here's a little background. Our lovely Inten over here was going to speak today, but she's like, should I still come? Absolutely. You're always welcome. Don't not come if you want to. But she did communicate. She wasn't able to do it, but she came in and spoke at table topics anyway. And again, even though that feeling inside of nervousness, she was able to overcome it and levitate out of body experience, kind of bring a smile with a great message and be able to talk about herself. So great job. Keep on coming, Miss Inten. All right. Inga, is it how? Oh crap! Is it how you pronounce this thing? Igna.
It's Igna, yeah.
It's the IGs, man. We don't have those in the US. I suck at those. But Igna, okay. Welcome to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. I'm glad you came. I'm glad Natalie Volin told you to do it. In public speaking in any realm, if it's online, as you said, a stand-up comedian, doing stand-up is one of the hardest things in the world. I still want to do it one day. I haven't done it. So being able to do that and then take all of these chances in life, it's great. And we want you to keep on coming back if it's going to work out and it's going to give you that kind of levitation in what you want, right? And it's going to help with comedy. It's going to help in just any social session, especially in your world where you're talking about like family planning and reproductive. That's a kind of a tough concept in more conservative countries. So being able to kind of work that conversation in is really important, I think. So again, thank you for coming and great job with your speech. Artie,
Thank you, Ben.
you're welcome. Artie, what's up, buddy? Long time no see. I'm glad you came in. It's been a while since we've seen you in a Toastmasters meeting. I did see you on Facebook doing a public speaking session at level 21, I think, today. So did that go well? Yeah, it looks like it did. And another topic about investing is really tough to get people to save their money and invest it on something. So doing that and coming to Toastmasters is a way to definitely give yourself a little confidence, kind of work your business into speeches in a way. So that's a great thing for coming back. We missed you and, nice to see you. All right, Desi from Medan, welcome to our club and great job. Again, you get to come in and I think Pippet, you're Pippet's friend. Is that she's the one who called you to come in? Is that correct, Desi?
What?
Oh,
I
Pippet,
posted it. She's my hookup friend. Yeah.
Okay, so Desi, Pippet is the one who conned you into coming. So thank you very much for taking that leap and giving a chance to let us hear you speak here. Great job with that. And please come back if you want, and you can invite us to your club. And where is he at?
Thank you.
Andrean. Yep, you're welcome. What is it? Andrean? Where is he at? And he's there. Okay. Yes. Fantastic job again. Traveling with your friends, something that I want to do. Yesterday, I was actually talking to my friends about this. It's been over 2 years since we've seen each other. Again, you might want to check your audio before coming in. It was a little bit scratchy and hard to hear in some ways, but thanks for speaking up. And Apri, again, great job. Way to take the role. I think sometimes when it's internet connection or just clarity, I think Natalie asked you about heights. Like, are you afraid of heights? And then you heard hiking, which is great because in Toastmasters, you can do whatever you want. But one thing I know, me being a native English speaker, and most of you being where English is maybe a second or a third language, if you're unsure a little bit, it's okay to ask them for a little clarity, which is really good. But again, if you hear what you hear and you take whatever message you heard and you go with it, great, because we still learned something from you. You like hiking, which that's great. So great job with the topic. And Natalie, again, fantastic themes and good imagination using your backgrounds. Again, I would just say to make sure that you are spotlighting or having someone spotlight it so we can kind of work it together so the message is really clear. Okay, and again, we got the evaluators. Okay, let me give some feedback to our evaluators. Pippin, again, she is an expert at this in a way. And like I said, talking about her debate background, she gives a lot of good tips on confidence, which, yeah, in any time, if your message is going to be sad or uplifting or whatever, people a lot of times are going to forget the middle part. But are they going to walk away feeling what you want them to feel? Because again, you could make them feel sad, happy, excited, motivated, inspired, but your energy has to match it. And Pivot, good job with those tips and really being right on cue with solid tips. I don't really have anything I could say to change. Yeah, that's not fair. Should have kept notes on what you could do to improve. How about this? Oh, try to get better, Pivot. There you go. I don't know on what, but just get better at somewhere. All right. And our second evaluator, Luffy. Where is he at? There he is right there. Great job, sir. Well done. Again, soft message, really on point with Desi's speech. And one thing I would say is just your camera angle. There he is. It's kind of like not eye level, looking up at you, which makes maybe like when you're giving advice and you're doing it from a certain point of or an angle of like we have to look up to you, where maybe subconsciously it's like you're kind of better than us or you're like scolding us in a way. And that's a subconscious thing, and just me being really nitpicky because I can't really think of anything to have really to improve in that sense as well, because you're well organized, but trying to keep it at a level pace where you are talking to an equal on how to get better. Because again, when we come here, we know we're going to get evaluated. So it's like asking for your input. We don't want to look up to you like we're a child, like, oh, do this and do this, right? So maybe a little bit level. All right, Fifi, I mentioned it before. Great job with the flexibility of knowing you're going to evaluate somebody and then you do it to someone else, and especially someone who's your mentor in a way. But you know, taking the advice from this mentor, good job, man. Way to go. Just going with it. You're not afraid to let me know what I need to get better, right? And that's really important, is that no matter how much experience we have as speakers, no matter if your person you're evaluating is a native English speaker or he talks really fast for the sake of time, trying to find a way for that person to improve, because your perspective does matter, right? You're in a role to evaluate, and everyone can get better and learn from a different perspective. I teach public speaking. I have high school kids, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. They teach me things all the time, mainly about like, you know, BTS, but that's useless information, but they still teach me about it, right? So go with that, Fifi. Learn from learning in a way. And you did a great job with that evaluation. Don't stop trying to get better as well. All right, and so evaluators, the whole theme. Okay, so the whole meeting as a whole, that's kind of a terrible sentence. The meeting as a whole went well, right? We're on time. And at the end of the day, that's really what it's all about, is coming here, learning, meeting new people, encouraging people, making mistakes, not making fun of people when they make mistakes, which is great. It's a safe place to make mistakes. And hopefully we walk away from this where we learn something and we get better for our next time where we're not in a Toastmasters meeting, where we talk to a boss, talk to a client, talk to somebody. Use what we learn in here, not just in Toastmasters. Use it outside of Toastmasters so it applies. Make this stuff applicable to your everyday life so that you can have those aha moments and you come back and you teach someone else and you do a speech. Look what I learned. And I used it in the real world and I became successful in whatever realm you had. So good job today, everyone. Bhinneka Toastmasters Club. That is all for me. Back to you, the Toastmaster of the meeting.
Okay. Thank you very much for General Evaluator and his member for the report. And wow. Thank you very much for the feedback. Very detailed. Well, you discuss from the role takers and speakers. As stated, feedback make us improve. Hopefully, the feedback make us the role taker can do their duties well, and our meeting will be better. And the next, we don't want to waste time. That we are waiting for the whole thing. For the ballot counter, are you ready for the best prepared speech, the best evaluators, and table topic?
Born ready.
Okay. Okay, for the
Right.
best
Start
speaker.
So the order is best table topic, best evaluator, and best prepared speakers. Okay. Drum. So our best table topic speaker is Narendra Dika. Congratulations. Now please someone put Narendra Dika's photo, spotlight him and take photo, because I cannot.
Okay, I can do it. All right, Rendra, if you want to sit straighter, so not only your neck and your head on the screen.
Levitate some more. Levitate some more.
Yes. Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Awesome, awesome.
Awesome. And that is TM, not Toastmaster, but trademark. Tadi.
Thank you all.
This evaluator is boom, 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 boom. Me. Sorry, everyone. I'm trying. It's a bit weird because I'm the one counting the ballots, but this is an honest.
Yay! Congratulations.
So, Natalie, can you take photo, please?
Yes. Your pose.
I'll give you my cake.
Wait a moment. Let me just.
Icing on the cake.
Yes, yes. Let me just spotlight you. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Wah, thank you. Mantap. Next one is best prepared speaker. Bobby. Da-da-da. Let's spotlight Bobby.
Okay, Bobby, and everyone, I know you're hungry, but please stop the chat box for a bit so I can take a proper photo. Okay, Bobby, in 3, 2, 1. Awesome.
Someone said cake in the evening. Yes, I don't care about.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Bobby. But I think Bobby needs to be spotlighted again, and I welcome everyone to unmute and clap your hand for Bobby for presenting his first speech in Bhinneka.
Hey, congrats, Bobby.
Congrats, Bobby.
Congratulations, Bobby.
Bobby.
Photo again, please.
Already.
Oh, already? I
Yeah,
split.
quick with my finger. Okay.
Oh, quick. Okay. Next one is
Congratulations, Bobby.
timer. Congratulations, Dian. Oh, my voice is too loud. I'm in a restaurant right now. But let's go, Dian. First time being Toastmaster of the meeting. Let's spotlight Dian.
Okay. Okay, Dian. Best smile. 3, 2, 1. Cakep.
Thank you. And that is it from me.
Okay, thank you very much, Ballot Counter Toastmaster Pipit. Okay, thanks everyone who participated this evening, and fellow Toastmaster and guests. We hope enjoy our meeting today, and hope you can attend our meeting. If I'm not mistaken, will be 31st, and it will be fun meeting, yeah, such as game, yeah, and
Fun meeting, yeah, not official meeting, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
not
a have fun meeting. Okay, great.
have fun meeting. Okay, thank you very much, and I return to control to our Madam President Toastmaster Natalie Cahyadi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dian. Can we give her another round of applause, please, for a wonderful job. First time as Toastmaster of meeting. Wonderful, wonderful. Smooth as butter and tight as my corset. Well, I'm joking. I don't wear a corset. Okay. So thank you everyone for coming to our meeting. I'm glad we all can have fun and learn together in Toastmasters. Congratulations to all winner. For all the people who have taken an opportunity to speak in table topic and doing evaluation or also prepared speakers, don't worry about the ribbon. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't get it. The most important thing is you make progress. So that's it. That's the bottom line. So progress is better than just recognition. I would also like to announce our next club meeting, just like Toastmaster Dian has mentioned. It will be on the 31st of October. It will be Halloween. So we thought, why not do a fun and social meeting, not like a formal club meeting? Prepare speech? No. We are so tired with that, right? So let's do games and storytelling. Maybe we can do some ghost storytelling or whatever you want to do. Let us know, because we can plan it accordingly to however you want to do. But one thing for sure, we're going to have karaoke session. because we have several karaoke master in here. Not me, but we have Seni, we have Frendra, we have Pipit, we have Ben who can sing Indonesian songs. So we have a lot of people. For people like Bobby who said, I'm not good at singing, don't worry, we need audience too. So you can be the audience. It's all good for everyone involved, right? So 31st of October, our fun session, we're gonna let you know more on the Bhinneka WhatsApp group. And our regular meeting on November will be on the 7th and on the 21st. I would also like to remind you that our club contest will be on December 12th. So December 12th is our club contest as Toastmasters begin another seasons of contests. Whether it's 3 or 4 contests or 2 contests in one day, we will confirm to you on November. But the requirement is everybody is eligible to participate in table topic session, speech evaluation session, and humor speech session, but you need to finish level 2 to compete on international speech session. So make sure that you finish your level 2. You can give a speech in other clubs. And I would like to also invite later on some guests to give some feedback and also to introduce their home club. You can tell us your club meeting. Also, you can share it in the chat box so we all can visit each other, a speech or take role in your home club as well. So thank you for enjoying our meeting tonight. I would like to have a quick guest comment from Ikna and Ardi if they're still here. So Ikna, how do you enjoy the meeting tonight?
Yes, first of all, thank you, Natalie, for let me join this. Like my first impression is like everything is put accordingly and neatly, like there is person for timer, for making notes on the grammatical, giving feedback and stuff like that. And I think it's a very important, I mean, like it's important like to have such a group like this where you can like grow together and giving feedback to each other. So yeah, I hope maybe I can join another session after this, Natalie.
Okay, Ikna, I will just send you the invitation. You can always ask me for that. We're not gonna push you to be a member because we believe that, you know, even if you come as a guest, you can always learn something, but you always become much better if you become a member. No, kidding, right? So how about Ardi?
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Natalie, for having me, invite me tonight. So it's been my first experience to going Toastmaster online meeting, and that was fun. Everyone levitating each other to grow, and I got a lot of insight and feedback myself. I would like to join maybe next meeting as a guest and might become a member. Thank you.
Yay! Wow, amazing. Thank you, Ardi. Yeah, come on the 31st for our Halloween if you can. And also on the 7th, do another table topic. And, you know, Ping Hendra is our VP of membership. So you know how persistent he is. Be careful of what you said in front of him. He will chase you. Anyway, all right. So I just want to ask like one more person, DTM Susana Koh, who came in late. So maybe you can give a quick introduction of yourself and, you know, even though you came in late, how did you enjoy the meeting before we wrap up this whole thing?
Thank you very much, DTM Natalie. Yeah, I am Susanna. My club is from Labuan Toastmasters in Malaysia. I came in late because normally Sundays is an off day for me for Toastmastering. But I was very curious because I met DTM Natalie for quite a number of times in other clubs. And I said, never mind, an hour or less than an hour is still giving me the opportunity to glimpse. And I thought I was going to be a stalker, you know, just have a peep. But thank you, President, for giving me the opportunity. It's nice. It's very cozy. It's a very, very warm feeling. I think that's the thing that we want, you know, a positive feeling and very homely. So definitely, I actually have confirmed my attendance for your next Toastmaster meeting in November, and looking forward to attend a full meeting this time. So
Awesome.
over to you.
Thank you,
You wanna
DTM.
do- You want to do a role, Miss DTM?
Yes, speech evaluator, Ben. I have recruited her. I work fast.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, so you already have one on the list. Okay, so it's 1 minute after 9 p.m. and in Bhinneka, we have a saying, if we can finish on time, why drag it out, right? So we want to officially close tonight's meeting. Thank you everyone for coming. See you again in the next 2 weeks for our social fun meeting and also November 7 for our regular meeting. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Take care, everyone. See you all soon. Bye-bye.
Enjoy your Sunday night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Pit.
What? Yes.
Jangan
yes.
sorry, recording stop.